Hey, Flutter, that's welcome. Zangtro, what does that mean? Pretty good drifts. Okay, hello, welcome. Hey Wolf, thanks for the points. So today I'll be playing some Season 3. Still don't feel too well, but hopefully I can do some streaming. If I get sick, we might have to end it, but for now it's fine. So, today's map is called Olympia, which is a new map on Haven by someone, it's a new author. I've never seen any maps from them previously, so just keep that in mind. The author is Cavakey, well, that's their nick on Haven. Instructions. Greek old city of games. Food will be challenging, and as fish is the only way to produce food, I guess. Sea trade for food import will be crucial. Please consider where to install your settlement and your defenses. Enemy will take some time before an attack, but they will increase frequencies and forces in the following years. It will be very important to handle getting granaries in shortest ways to supply your city. Don't forget about the demand. Greek oils were famous in all the empire, and Rome must quickly need donations. Okay, so that's some broken English. Keep in mind that's not me, but the instructions are horribly broken. There's no minimap either. Goal is gonna be 7,500 population. It's stated as hard difficulty, it's a desert. 80 culture, which is puzzling to include as a rating, but whatever. 80 prosperity, which seems to me easy enough. 100 peace, which is the timer. That's a lot of peace. And 80 favor. Okay. Gonna move to the game. There you go. It's a lot of piece. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably wait around a little bit for that to complete. I think it's a map file, so it's in the construction kit. Olympia. Here. This is how the map looks like. 7,500 pop doesn't seem like much. That's two 22x6 blocks, if they are fully housed, plus partitions, I suppose. Because one food type means we cannot have ground insulae, so we'll have to go with some partitions, but probably not large ones. Okay, so what does the map look like? Well, there's a lot of fertile land, but you can only farm olives or vines. So that's the thing. Raw resources: marble, iron, timber, and stone. No clay. Empire map. We are here in Athens, Miletus, Ephesus, Pergamum. All of it is sea trade routes. So I'll have to do sea trade, which is not preferable a lot of the time. But seems simple enough. This one buys wine and oil, and it's 600 to open. We start with 5,625. There are some zebra on the map. Lots of cliffs. There's an entry point right here. Exit point right here. Some places, I suspect this is an invasion point. This is an invasion point, most likely. Here, possibly. On this side, I don't think this is one, but it could be. I don't know who this person who made this map is, so some of the stuff that's not considered good might be on this map. I don't really know. In Augustus, you can place invasion points on high ground as well. So, could be here as well. Could be here. So, you'll need to keep some distance. Trade. Where do we trade? Yeah, we'll need to fish a lot for food, but where do we do trading? It's gonna be kind of crucial. So, dock spots. There are like shit ton of dock spots. You can pick and choose whenever you would like, really. But important part is going to be where do the ships come from and where do they leave. So we'll need to scout for that. If there's flotsam, if there's not flotsam, then we might have some problems identifying where to build our docks. Let's check our salary. 40 denarii per month is insane. Okay, well, favor is trivial then. Good. Otherwise, we have everything we could ever want, I think, for building. There's military academy, all the entertainment, all the temples, all the government stuff, like forums and senate. Yeah. So let's build our first block. Somewhere around here. Build on fertile land. Doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is so that you can fish. This seems like it's wide enough for ships to get through, hopefully. This, not sure. I think this is gonna block traffic. Most likely. But there is a lot of fishing spots. Again, we should think about industry, and I think we want this island to possibly be facilitating our trade, so we don't force ships to come here. It depends. If the entry point is here, we might do it elsewhere. Which I think this looks like it's supposed to be. Yeah, you cannot fit a dock here. So that's why this is here. You'll see. Anyways, before we start trading, we need to do a block. So, where are the fishing spots? There, and here, and here. We'll do car depots for food, most likely. Let's just start cutting this wood. We'll build on this fertile land. It's, you know, there's no food to be grown here. We can do oil, but there's so much fertile land that you really don't need as much of this at all. Hey, Cloud, welcome. Okay. Do I want to snake it? I could. So this is the length, so if we go half and then down, it could be good. Something like this. It's not perfect, but it will do. I could actually try and stretch it further. It's a little bit risky, but let's give it a shot. Check this out. It's not identifying it properly. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Okay, so granary is gonna go on this side. No rocks or anything. It's flat as a freaking pancake. Absolute pancake map. Okay. Let's get these. Let's get some temples. Gotta keep this staircase open for obvious reasons. No need to worry about space too much. Extra housing here. Two prefects because desert. I'm doing okay. I was sick yesterday. Today it's much better, but I'm still sick. So streaming is not the most taxing thing in the world, but if I get headaches, I might have to call it. We'll see. Having some tea. Okay, flotsam. Do we see any flotsam? I don't think there's flotsam. If there's no flotsam, then we are working with fairly limited information. Yeah, no flotsam. Well, I'm gonna give it a minute before people move in. Oh yeah, oh, this is actually blocked off. That's good for defenses, actually. Yeah, and there's no diagonal either. I could cut into it. It's gonna be a little bit easier for enemies to come here, but I don't care. Because I'm pretty sure I can deal with the enemies. So I can just do this. They're still gonna go the long way because they don't know any better. Should have started by cutting it open sooner. Oh well. Someone likes their tower defense with this layout for the forested staircases. I don't need a bathhouse. People will explode otherwise. I suppose we have plaza. Yeah. Tower defense, yeah. It's like that. If you didn't cut open the staircase, it's gonna limit your immigration speed, but I don't think the enemies are gonna attack with like that much force, so I'm not worried about that. Can probably deal with it. Most people who think that they are gonna make it like a monster map actually are quite manageable maps. I could be wrong, but seeing the map, like the person knows basics, but none of the really important stuff, because this is just from looking at it, there are a lot of things that are just not as challenging. It's a hard map, keep that in mind. It's not supposed to be like brutally difficult apparently, but still, like a lot of the things that are considered really bad and never do are here, like the 40 denarii freaking salary, you know. So that's a red flag, if anything. Hey Gorgon, welcome. Tower defense is pretty good. Some maps use it quite well, but this one I just don't feel like it's worth it. Spend years immigrating our people. Okay. I'm gonna have to do this island as trade because otherwise you'll have problems. This is the way to do it. Is there a better way to do this? Here and then here, but this is also fishable, so it doesn't really matter. Just this one is like very efficient. Well, that's alright. Just spend the money on the bridge. Quite happy with going to that as well if we need to. Put on a dock. dock goes somewhere here. I really don't know where the ships come from, so I cannot know. So we will just start by having this one here. Give them a good location for a warehouse. We could actually do it. I will need more than one, most likely. So let's do it here. And we'll do oil. And wine. Oil and wine. Misclicking all over the place. 16. Okay. Better not home later, right? To get some rest. I was resting yesterday after the tap stream, so I'll see how I feel. I wanted to play some Bannerlord, but I'll see. This one is not gonna be very long. This doesn't seem like a very challenging map. I'll see afterwards how I feel. If I suddenly start feeling like I have a headache or something, I might have to call it, but again, streaming is not that most taxing thing in the world, so I should be able to do it even though I'm really not well. Okay, more people. Our industry should be going. I'm gonna add more oil, I think. If we go in that, we go in that. It's fine. Don't stress about it. Some resources are being processed already. Population milestone. Caesar. Oh, that's a lot of money we got. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take it. And we are gonna immediately use it for some wharves. I might need to consider this island, but I think I can get over elsewhere. Where's the fish? Let's get a shipyard here. Let's get a granite. This is not gonna be very efficient, but it doesn't need to be. Okay, I need my overlay for natives. Engineer covers it, and then 2 prefects, I think, because one wouldn't really cover it properly. Accept fish. Let there be water. Some people hate the desirability of this area, which is fair. It's pretty hideous because of that reservoir. Oh yeah, this one doesn't really have water, does it? I'll actually add a new house to make it worth it. 4k dead money, yeah. It depends on the initial money you give the player, and then usually that is. You can also set it, but you know, most players do it accordingly with that. And are playing out very hard, so it definitely is generous, but it's due to the map not being as difficult as it could be. As I said, I don't think it's gonna be too bad. Oh, I should have done more wine than oil. Oh, well, whatever. Sell wine, sell oil. I'll do more wines then. I want that coastline, so let's put this here. Have some goods. Let's take a look at ships. Ship here. Okay. Not terrible. Could have been better if we put it here. But again, you cannot know because you don't have flotsam. Getting some fish. It's all well and good. Now, how about our population capacity? We still can fit like 100 people, but that's not much. We should do temples to avoid gods. Vrav. Let's put them here. It's alright. You have that space anyway. Let the ships get some fish. I think I should check prices, but I don't think they're amended in any way. This is vanilla. Yeah. Okay. Making dosh already. What about other trade routes that buy the same thing? Well, none of them do. They do buy some raw olives and marble. I can make marble, which I really should. If we have the unemployment, we seem to have some of it. There are rocks here, not that many rocks elsewhere. We could make marble here actually. I'll do that. We cannot sell it easily, but actually, yeah, that's like a valid point. Thinking about that, because what I will need that is not for just for building my mausoleums, but also for other things. I think mausoleums now also require some stone and maybe sand. Which is gonna be a bit annoying. But you can do oracles for god coverage then. Okay, let's get this, and they can cart it a little bit further. So we can have it like here. New dock. Got this, but keep some trees so we can make timber, I think. Funny story, I was actually in Olympia. This city, like the map is called Olympia. I was in Olympia when I was on my last vacation in Greece. Pretty good place. I like ruins, so it was really cool. I already talked about it on stream before. I'm sure you might have heard it. Let's double check this so that it doesn't go the wrong way. Okay, let's get engineer and prefect here. This little nook. Just gonna accept marble. 16. Yeah, right. Ephesus. They're nice cats, yeah. They're very nice cats. They're very nice cats there. That's correct. More and more ships, which means more and more fish. Should start feeding people. Let's do it. Let's get a statue, legionary statue. Marble going well. I need to check my quota for vines. 25 vine, 15 oil. Okay. I actually need another vines farm, I think. And some more workshops. It's good enough. It's gonna service Ephesus quite nicely. Okay, it's a lot of marble. Let's open trade with Tarentum, Pergamum, or Miletus. Miletus goes first. Miletus buys my marble. And this doesn't allow Ephesus, and this doesn't allow Miletus. Population milestone already. We should probably think about military. I should just double check this. No distant battle yet. Unless the first attack is native uprising, which it could be. I've seen maps like that before, but you know, that's the risk with running maps like this. Since the author clearly doesn't like know the optimal things, they might add some stuff that's really bad. But I'm gonna trust them, even though it's probably not advised. I just, you know, hope. Hope is a powerful tool some of the time. Let's have this bridge here. It's pretty expensive. It's gonna be easy access to more fishing. It reminds me of the Carthago map, where you have the little islands like that. Okay, let's get a granary for accepting here. Then this is gonna have to be split off. Do it like this. It's pretty awful. I'll add a roadblock there to make it actually less cursed. This is going to be pretty cursed though. Okay, roadblocks. This will require its own engineer. He does cover it, but not well. So I'm gonna do double. Yeah, and this should be fine, hopefully. Let's add 3 of them. I know it's a little bit excessive, but it's what we have to do. Okay, don't pay more wages. Let's match that, plus start taxing people since they're living in a casa. Larari, possibly. Could always use some good Larari. Two tiles away. All good. Could do Plaza as well, I'm just lazing out. Okay, hopefully this is gonna be more fish, so let's accept over here. And we'll do a depot, which is going to continuously ferry fish from 4 to 2. Now we are selling marble, which is good. We need more of it, so we can make some oracles. But I don't have unemployment or much of it at all. We also need a food surplus so we can start getting military. At some point in the near future. Since we have this, we could add more of these here. Since this can still cover more of a distance without too much difficulty. Yeah, and this actually doesn't need to be like that. You can just cut that off. It's gonna become even more efficient. Which means I'll go here and then add another prefect, because I don't trust people to do their job. Got 1600. We need more food. We are getting it slowly. We'll cut this off and this off. Which is gonna result in this being its own thing. And this as well. We have crime. It's because of the tents and they are getting taxed. It's gonna get fixed. Just need fish. More food. It's also the first feeding cycle. It's always the worst. And the one shipyard is continuously pumping up ships. Okay, we are swimming in money. Not that much unemployment though. Get more marble. I wanted to do something else. Yes, let's pay people some more money so they don't get mad. Open up Tarentum. We could make furniture as well. Yeah, we are exporting marble. Let's keep Tarentum here. No Tarentum in this dock. Give them some goddess statues. Hopefully the food's gonna get better eventually. I'm gonna just keep adding it here. This is gonna get quite far away from the source. So we will add a new granary to this. Make it a separate thing. This is awful. We'll have to have it like this. It's not the worst thing in the universe, just not great. Fish. Bring them from... Check it out. This is 5 to 2. Lighthouse would be really good on this one. We might do one, but it's not a priority. Architects Guild. Work camp. Oracles. We could fish this if we really want to. Do some oracles here. So lighthouse. Stones. We can make stone. Blessing from Mercury. Three stone quarries. Seems like enough. Warehouse over here. Just gonna accept some timber. 8 units is enough. 8 units of stone. Raw materials, timber yard. Get me some timber. We are lacking employment. Hopefully we'll fix that. If you want pottery, let's check this out. We can import straight up pottery, but I'd rather do clay. My leeches. Okay. That's alright. Accept clay here. 8 units and 8 sand as well. So you'll have to import sand for monument construction. Clay, import, sand, just somewhere around here. Import. What's our total capacity for our city? Yeah, quite substantial. Still gonna get some more as well. Let's code this in Plaza. Let's get a warehouse. Over here. Somewhere. Roadblock this off and this off. Workshops. Pottery. Guard depot. This is gonna get clay. This is gonna accept 8 pottery and 8 clay. I'm gonna fetch it from warehouse 3 to warehouse 7. Okay, that's done. Let's make sure that we have a short route to this. It's a good bridge. Got this open. It's gonna facilitate faster travel for the carters. I need military, I think. Theft. I don't think there's a distant battle yet, but I'm getting a little bit paranoid. There's no distant battle yet. There's no time limit either. Thinking about that. No, food is still pretty horrendous. Does this accept fish? Yes, I've set it up correctly, good. I think we are still lacking ships, most likely, right? We're still making more, so yeah. Listening from series doesn't really impact the city in any meaningful way. Okay, build the oracles. You're building this. Which is all well and good. Main thing is gonna be the food, but it's getting stocked now. Yeah, the first feeding cycle was awful, as expected. Right, let's get me a supply post right here. Actually, no, not there. Supply post. Let's put it on this island. Not sure if I want it there. I might just build it here and just do this as our military area. It's not the greatest. Doesn't matter. Doesn't need to be. And military academy as well. I'm just gonna go ham on spending. Might as well make our guys strong. And invasion points. I don't know where the attacks are gonna come from. We'll just have to count with every edge being a possible invasion point. And that means that most likely this, and this is an invasion point. So sort of a central location for our forts would be best, which means here. Not legionaries. Frickin' legionnaires. That's right. 2 forts straight away. Give people an amphitheater. Gladiator school and an actor's colony. There could be a gladiator uprising eventually, but we'll see. Stormy seas. We need that lighthouse, but we are working on it. It's all fine. New workshop. What do we require? Stone. We are making it. They don't pay less wages. There is a fluctuating wages event, which is, again, not considered good. Either make it so that it's harder or easier. Don't do both, because it's just gonna be excessive micro for me. Whatever. Just keep paying them more. It's more sentiment for me. We need a second market. Let's do it. One, 2 tiles. Lots of insula. It's very windy today. That piece is gonna be horrific. We are only at 7. But we are getting there with the other goals. Timber and stone, yeah, actually I have that. Just gonna have to wait on this production to finish up. I could add more marble, I suppose. Maybe some more stone. I don't want to do weapons. At least not yet. Maybe later. This warehouse is absolutely full. Let's make this into a highway. So it reaches this faster. No, fuck. Oh yeah, there's a single shrub in the way. That's why it freaked out. New fort. Also, Insula, we have 12% unemployment. What's our population capacity saying? Still can fit 25 people. I could make them better, but what's the purpose? I'll only do food for patricians, the second food type. So there's not much of it. This would buy fish, but I don't want to sell that necessarily. They sell me a little bit of fruit, some clay and sand. They buy weapons. I could make weapons. It's just I don't want to. So I think money is gonna be fine. Regardless, we could just go and do patricians soon. Money should be able to support it. And then we can add more houses here or even another block easily enough. I'm not making furniture currently, but that's fine. Okay, let's bring water over here. Kinda shoot myself in the foot there with this, but doesn't really matter. Okay, let's start making weapons over here. We might as well. I didn't want to do it, but we should use all the trade opportunities we get. Depot. I should bring weapons here. It's just not great. Put this here. It's gonna accept weapons. But I'm gonna bring it with carters. Okay, this is full, so let's add more. Bring weapons from 8 to 9. Move this prefect. Fountain is up. I'm gonna do paths, I guess. No paths. It's in parks. this, I guess. Separate this a bit. There's a gate. It's supposed to be a gate. There you go. Hey, bro, welcome. One pays more wages. It fell and then it has risen again, so no reason to freak out. What does this want now? We've got everything, pretty much. Just need some timber. Let's get it. I'll need to make my own furniture. Not yet. $8,000, 9,000 money. Okay, let's start trading with Bergamo. Sell them objects, weapons. Sell. We'll say we import wine. And we forbid the new trade route from coming here. Ephesus is the correct one, right? Yes. What's the population? Cap. 300 extra. Okay. New block. Time. Let's take a look at it. Gonna do something similar to what we have on the other side. Sort of an L-shaped block. Maybe this could be slightly longer, but no, it's stretching it. I think that would be too long. Because the L does stretch the walkers a little bit more. How does it? So far this doesn't look that big, but definitely we need to do this. And then do we stretch it more? Yeah, I think we do. This is gonna be awful for my housing. I might use it for just temples instead. Prefect. Prefect. Doctor, barber, bathhouse as well. Temples. More military. Bring water over here. And here. Fucked up. It's okay. It's not like money is a problem. 10 olives. I don't want to make olives. This is the first request we've got, though. Yeah, fine. Let's accept 16 olives. $5,000 dinar in the bank, it's fine. Should make some mausoleums. This is potential fishing, so just build it here. Lots of unemployment. Should start doing patricians, I'm just lazy. But yes, we need to do that. Reservoir. Like this. We need to limit the amount of patricians, most likely. That is because this map doesn't have that many food imports. And patricians require quite a bit. It's gonna be fairly simple block. I don't want to go overboard with them. Hopefully we can support this. Might do Ceres Temple. Grand Temple, that is. Neptune Temple would actually be really good. But can we build it? I have the materials for it, really. Just... Build dispatch is ready, send it. Make more monument builders. It's the tents. It's the tents. Hey, farewell, welcome. Slightly, yeah. Concrete, right. And bricks, something we'll need as well. How's this map? It seems pretty simple so far. Not a single attack happened yet. And money seems to be overflowing early. For this, it's Athens, so only sea trade, and there was no flotsam, so it was a bit tricky at the start to figure out, but I think that's from negligence or ignorance, not from design. Like, difficulty-wise. Not having flotsam is not like anything that's gonna absolutely crush you, it's just annoying. Same with, you start with 40 denarii salary on this one, which means that someone didn't really do their homework. This is not what you should do. I could raise my salary and just absolutely trivialize favor. If I wanted to. Okay, concrete. Bricks as well. And Rome pays more wages and then pays less wages, as is customary for some of these maps as well. Ah, it's okay, yeah, it's the tents. They hate life. It's okay. We'll put them down. It's my mistake. Let's give them amphitheater already, and let's give them a road connection to this. Let's give them some markets. This sucks, but oh well. This was temples, right? This was temple, yeah. Temple, temple. So they burned down all the temples. That's actually fine. Because, you know, merging houses is more of a pain than building temples. Okay. Let's give them plaza. Plaza gives them, if they have surplus desirability, that also gives them sentiment bonus. Which helps. Then we have problems with immigration. People don't want to move in because I need to raise wages a little bit. I need to water this so it doesn't riot. School and theater. The forum, but forum needs to wait until the sentiment improves. Come on. Move in. They are coming. Could make more weapons, I suppose. This school is so cursed. Why are you like this, school? Because you suck at life. Let's remove it. Hey Mark, welcome. Okay. Let's see. Desirability for these is a slight issue. Let's go ahead and add the fountain. I need to do 2 fountains for this. Or remove 1 house, which actually is preferable. Should do an arena later. For now, it's not really a concern. And make a statue there. Actually, a lararium here could be better. Okay, so total housing cap in our city is 6,300. We still can fit 2,000 people. So patricians are on the table next. We have lots of money. I should do a forum for this. I'm a little bit worried about the food. So let's add more fishing to this. Okay. And do we do another granary? We could. Let's do it. It's awful. This road is awful. This will do. Surplus services, just so it doesn't explode. We should be good. Accept fish. Depot. Get this fish to where it needs to go. Which means from 10, come on. From 10 to 2. Yeah, it was running low on food instantly. It's good we solved that before it could become a huge issue. Patricians next, also military. I can build more forts, so let's do it. It's also gonna eat more food though. Okay, more fish. Can do fishing on this bank if I really want to. I'd rather do some of it here. This is very efficient fish location. No. Like this. Good. Let's get another granary. Don't really trust them to do their job, so let's make sure. I'm gonna get fish from 11 to 2 and do another one. Same thing. Seems to be the guy's first map. Yeah, I mean, it is not horrible. I'm not shitting on it. And it's apparently their first map, that's what I said at the start. It's just also not really challenging in many ways, but for an expert player it's not challenging, but for some people the logistics might be an issue. If you don't have car depots, then just having like 15 granaries here would do it. Which is obtuse, but it could work. Just move this and have it elsewhere if you can, there is space. Right. Man, there are no rocks, like, you know, this is just wood. It's not really limiting me. Do we start patrician thing? We could. But I wanted my temple. And it's actually getting built rather quickly. I just need... Oh yeah, I don't have space for bricks anywhere. Does this have space? It does. Let's accept bricks. That's an issue. But mausoleums are getting built, which is always good. Less wages for Rome. So this is what phase? Fourth phase, okay. Grand Temple series is gonna be really good for patricians, obviously. Can start working on that. Also, this thing is lacking bricks, right? Kinda shot myself in the foot. not having enough bricks. It will get better, it's just, yeah, I'd rather make sure. It's a lot of weapons. I should make more depots here. From 8 to 9, is that correct? Yeah. Hey Guac, welcome. We all do. Okay, seems to be fine with the fish. It's gonna ramp up as well due to this. Could add here. Could add more fish. I have to do imports, which is gonna suck. Logistics areas here. Gonna keep 2 granaries. Single warehouse. I'm doing okay, thanks for asking. I hope you are doing well as well. I wish I knew as much as you about the game, so it can be the campaign. If you are having trouble with the campaign, you can always watch my run on it. I played it on YouTube. I've uploaded a series that's on campaign, playing very hard difficulty and only legionaries. So you should see and get the basic concepts from it, even if you're not using legionaries, which you shouldn't. And generally, if you play Augustus, I have the second channel, like it's my first channel, but it's the second one because it has less followers, and that one has mechanics explained, like, you know, the car depot, how does that work, how does all the new things in Augustus work, health and safety, things like that. So if you watch that, you should have an understanding of what to do, and block designs as well. That's a big thing people want, so that helps to know. And it's, you know, maybe you spend like 1 or 2 hours over like a couple of days. You can split it into 1 video per day, and in the end of it, in like a week or, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 days, you should be a better player at the end of it. Hey Alex, welcome. That's the link to my to that channel I talked about. You don't have to, it's up to you. Just, you know, if you wish to improve, this is the best way, I think, to do that. Okay, bricks are still a problem. It's okay, just wait. Yeah, no problem, just at your own pace. Let me know if you found out anything interesting about it. You can also join our Discord if you want. If you need any help with any specific saves or, you know, a mission, you can ask people there. Not just me, but Fairby and other governors are quite skilled at the game, so they can help you out if you need anything. Yeah, I'm alive. I'm feeling better today, but still kinda odd. If I start to get a headache, I might have to end the stream, but if everything goes well, I want to play some Bannerlord as well after this is done. Okay, this is, yeah, I need to configure these things. It's gonna do only fish. This is gonna do fruits, vegetables, and wheat. 16 wheat, 8 vegetables, 8 fruits. Burnt breakfast. Yeah. Imagine that. Actually having nice food. It's an oversight. Everyone can make a mistake. But still. Let's get the fish. I'm gonna source it from... This might not be the smartest idea, but let's source it from the source and go to 12 directly. And then I need to start imports of food. And she'll need to figure out... So vegetables from Tarentum. Ephesus sells wheat and fruits and all that goes from here. This is gonna be awful for my efficiency. I'm just gonna reduce this one. Get a granary. And we'll do the same thing here where we reposition some of these workshops. Roadblock this off. Cut this off. Okay, so this is gonna accept 16 vegetables, 16 fruit. This is going to accept wheat. We'll import all these foods. Depots. Connect this up. Got some services down here. Let's do wheat. We'll wait for activation. Bring it from 13 to 16? No, the other way around. So I've built this the last 13. Bring fruits from 15 to 13. Let's bring vegetables from 13 to, or sorry, for 15 to 13. And lasting wheat as well from 16 to 13. Right. And I haven't started cooking yet. I'll be setting fire to something a bit later before heading into work. Okay. Should probably have some nice breakfast. It's very important. Kate made me pancakes today for breakfast. Jude and I went on and played a pancake map, so it's quite fitting. Okay. Yeah, she makes quite good ones. Smaller ones than the American version. You might be familiar with like the... Like you pile them up, right? And they are like this big. We do smaller ones like this in size and just, you know, you have any sort of spread on it. Peanut butter is good, or you can do chocolate spread. It's pretty good. But also sour cream, whatever. Thin ones. No, they are a bit higher, like this. They are higher and smaller. So it's more like, it almost is like a pastry sort of deal. It's a little bit puffy. Yeah. It's really good. Okay, so now we should be getting some patrician food. Yes, we are. I would like to wait for our Grand Temple to Mr. Neptune right here. So that I can actually have easy water access for most of my guys. And it's fine. In the meantime, we can stockpile food in here by importing it, so that we don't suffer it later. And then Temple to Ceres is gonna be done very quickly afterwards. So I'm gonna even start construction on Venus Grand Temple. Is this safe? No, it's not, but I'm gonna have it anyway, I guess. I mean, safe in terms of it cuts access a little bit. It's not like a tremendous deal. Got it off. Pancakes with cheese, dream, yeah. You know me, I like cheese. Okay. 6 forts. I might do Mars Temple just to be on the safe side, but it's not a priority. This is getting completed. Got lots of trade going, which is good. Okay, Neptune is done. Let's give the obvious blessing. And let's check out the fountain range. Yes, that's what we really wanted. Just gonna have to go here. This one. We have Plaza, so I don't believe desirability is gonna be a huge issue for our patricians. Gonna give them all the temples. Because we can. And we need the benefits. Let's get a market. Second market. Amphitheater. Oh yeah, I also need to... I'm gonna give them their own things, actually. What we also want to do is workshops for their own goods here. We have labor anyway, so this is not a huge deal. Farm, olives. Farm, vines. Make them their own industry. And this is one of the rare instances where actually getting this to get pottery is gonna be fine. Just get pottery 8 units and it's gonna be okay from the other one, and then we'll accept furniture, oil 8, 8, and vine 8. Workshops, oil. This is an overkill for production, but it's okay. We need jobs anyway. Workshops, furniture. Not connecting this to my actual city is good, because then plebs, I would have to configure all the markets, and that's just not something I want to do, like at all. So it's actually better. Let's get this. Get them their services. Over here, we also want... this is a lot of things, but we should be doing this. I haven't been attacked yet, which is a little bit of a strange design on the timeline of the mission, I must say, but then again, I'm very quick. If I have money, then the city just kind of springs up. There's a thunderstorm right above me now, very loud. We also had a lot of winds, and there are some thunderstorms as well in Bohemia at the moment. Okay, looking good. Let's wait for the buggers to move in, which they will. Should give them... yeah, let's prepare the other services. Library, academy, hospital. Do I have a bathhouse? I don't think I have a bathhouse yet. I might move the library, sure. Bathhouse. Arena. Theater, did I do that? I don't think I did. Let's go to theater. Let's get a tavern. Gonna move series. Fuck. It's a desert. I built just one prefect. Oh no, I don't have any prefects in here. No, that was ambitious. To say the freaking least. Well, let's fix that. Let's get these in here. Sometimes you just kind of focus on the bigger picture, I guess. That was quite bad. Okay, let's do this so the fire doesn't spread too much. Come on, extinguish that. So temples, 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 and then a market. Market, temples. I wanted to shift this for some reason. I don't know why. I don't remember. What did I want to build? Well, I'll need a forum, but it's not what I wanted. Well. The windows just shook from the huge blast. That's horrible. Can be quite terrifying to have something like that. Okay, let's get a couple more workshops over here. I'm gonna bring it here so I can give it engineer and a prefect. Tavern, oh yes. Thanks. Okay. Hopefully this getting granary or this getting warehouse is gonna do its job. I don't see it doing its job. Let's just add a depot. Just goes to show how horrible these were. Like I remember having to rely on these. We would have so many warehouses and granaries before. And this is an issue. We don't have much pottery. We'll fix that eventually. I'm sure of it. I'm gonna relocate my barracks. And the academy as well. Let's do more workshops. First attack ever, and it's from the entry point. What's your designated formation? Okay, let's cut this. What are the enemies? Macedonians, okay. I find it soothing. As long as the windows don't break. Well, yeah. It would not be good. Well, it's not like a tiny attack, but at this point, I even consider building a Grand Temple to Mars. Just die. Come on. Grand Temple to Mars, that's what I want to build as well. Everything's going fine. Don't pay more wages. I could touch it. See, yeah. Let's pay people some more money. It's okay. The 13-year-old kitty heard these stones before, so she's just a bit careful, but it's laying on the bed. Okay. It's not freaking out. That's good. Our cats would freak out. Venus temple is gonna be great for this. but it's gonna take a while to get it. I'm gonna trick them with some gardens. Because I can. And they are gonna devolve. So they are Muppets. It's okay. Grand Temple to Venus will fix everything. Ceres Temple, less consumption, of course. The briefing mentioned attacks will grow in size a lot once you have started. Looks like that will take a while. Yeah, I mean, again, the timescale is just completely off. The attacks might grow, but I'm not gonna be here for it. Because the limiting factor is gonna be peace. I'm gonna be waiting on very high speed of the game for my peace to grow. Because already, like, the money is plentiful enough so that I can just basically ignore most of the things that are happening. And just kinda, you know, I'm just outgrowing the pace of the game, basically. That's what's happening. The time scale is just off. It's most likely inexperience on the mapmaker's part. Because I don't think this is intended to be as smooth as it is, but you know, if you make a map, you make it for, usually when you make a first map, you make it for yourself, more or less, like what you can handle. And so it kind of makes sense. Ours were sitting at the window, letting the window flop up their fur, yeah. They do that. Just tattoo it up. Venus is gonna help, but it's not here yet. Still, last project, yeah. Just needs bricks, really. Just need some time. This is taking a while, which is not ideal. A lighthouse. This freaking thing is taking absolute ages. This is gonna give me extra money, which is good. Road taxes. People don't like the unemployment, but oh well. It's their problem. I'm almost there with the bricks. Pay them some more money. It's fine. I don't need culture, which is gonna suck. Monument is done, which is the lighthouse. Let's get the capacity. Because we are having some trouble with this, clearly. Venus Temple getting built. Pulsing from Mercury. Professional cat watcher. Do you think developers should make it so that no small houses appear when patricians devolve? I mean, it's just annoying, but it's not like it's making my life suck. It's just not good in any way, shape, or form. But I don't feel like it's a huge issue. But I really don't like it. Then again, like, might as well spend the effort elsewhere. It's an annoying mechanic, yeah. I mean, it doesn't add anything. It just splits up the goods amongst the houses anyway. So you kind of lose out when you delete the small ones, because they also devolve in weird ways where you don't want them to be. So it's not like it's adding anything. There's never gonna be a situation where you go like, oh yeah, I'm glad that this had happened, because now this is gonna be easier. No. Nothing good ever comes of it. But again, it doesn't need to. Some things just doesn't need to make sense. You know? Yeah, need a cat nut. Okay, this is almost done. 2 bricks. Should be pretty simple to get. And we got it. It's gonna get built soon. 20 olives. I don't have that kind of olives. I could. This is the second request ever on this map. Again, the time scale is just completely fucked, and I never send a gift. I could raise my salary to 40 now, or 30, to get the maximum benefit, and just keep sending him gifts. Get on temple done. Okay. This will benefit us. There we go. Now I could make a Colosseum, but why? Prosperity is at 100, or will grow there over time. No reason to really. It's far away, it would just be a pain to get the materials from here. So near. But what I will do is I'll build a Mars temple here on this island. Plus the culture dump. He wants wine, I have that kind of wine, so I'll send it. Does this prove anything? No. But it's a goal. Someone added it because they think it's good or didn't know any better. Therefore we are doing this. It's a little awful, but oh well. Campaign maps have this rating as well, even though it's really not good for anything. Okay. Most of them evolved as well. Culture is at 100, unemployment is low. Favor will grow as we send gifts. Peace and prosperity will grow over time. Send him his freaking chest of sapphires. Oh, thanks for the points. Patricians, what do you mean we don't have flying? Time to break the house into smaller pieces. Yeah, makes sense, right? No, not really. But, oh well. Explosions. Where is it? Yeah, I didn't connect that. That's fine. I don't think I'll need that. Let's just extinguish that. I have 2 prefects in here, so it should be fine. I just didn't have a road. Culture's at 100 still, so it's alright. Peace and favor. Okay, as expected, I'm gonna have to speed up. We have 81 prosperity and that many palaces. Yeah, but I also have only small insulae as plebeians, and it's gonna rise. It's just, you know, I've not been here very long. I've just started patricians recently, so that's why it's kind of low. But its rising cap is 100. It could even be higher if it was possible to achieve. What's the current, gift cooldown? More wages, not that it matters. I have been paying people more than they need. Because we can. Invasion from here. That's a bit awkward. Not gonna lie. But our army is sort of close. So I choose to believe we'll be fine. We could do defenses, but I'd rather just spam forts when we get the Mars Temple. But you know, it doesn't take much labor to do pickets. And it helps, so why don't we do that? We can. I made a video on this recently. We can also do this to get the Javelin Guards. Again, not necessary. Might as well. Cheeky little palisade. They are. But I don't need that much sponging. What I need is time, and that means some people will probably get old. So I actually need some unemployment headspace, basically. Oh yeah, there's contaminated water. Who could have known? Well, again, I have mausoleums, we'll be fine. $10,000? Yeah, take it. Whatever you want. It's like, he is asking for like a little bit of olives and then suddenly 10,000 denarii. It's a little bit funny. I mean, for me it doesn't matter, because I have much in terms of income, but imagine if someone had some issues on this map, then this request could be considered a little bit bonkers. But then again, if it's not set to be cruelly punishing, if you don't complete it, the wages are insane. The you know, personal salary is just over the top. Peace. We need peace. The enemies are in pieces, so therefore our peace should be rising. Obvious consumption debuff plus forts. Gods are angry. Mercury is angry at me. Gotta build him some small temples. Fuck off. Let's get large mausoleum, the last one. $72 piece. So Mercury is the only one who doesn't have a temple, the Grand Temple. That's why he's mage. Okay, he asked for 30 and now he's asking for 20. I don't know why, but okay. Whatever he wants. This devolved. I think food is a little bit unstable for all the patricians we have. Yeah, definitely is the issue here. As I said, the imports are not that plentiful here, so need to be careful. All 100 city. Yeah. Lots of money. Let's just wait. Need that peace. Some devolutions here as well. More wages. Pay people more. But we don't have much unemployment, so they are quite happy with this. This is devolving. It's okay. prosperity should still be, yeah. I cannot store that much marble. Have to add a new warehouse, no sea trade, and accept marble. Where's the attack? Here, which means they come through here. What are your settings? Okay. It's a mess. Okay. It's good. Can send him the marbles. Pathetic. Okay. $92 piece. Never lost a building, it's just a waiting game because the piece has been set very high. Thanks for the points. 1 hour and 45 minutes, and from it like 10 minutes has been waiting time. Minus the 5 initial minutes, of course. So hour and a half, very brisk, but expected. I didn't expect to come into this to be like absolutely brutal, but I was at least hoping the events would not be as poorly spaced out as they are, because clearly this is not very challenging, but whatever. Let's just accept our promotion. That's it for this map. Next up, we are going to play Bandlord. But I'll have to eat something first. Thanks. It's time to have a lunch. Thank you. But again, not the most challenging map in the history of mankind, as you might have gathered. But we don't have that many other maps to play, so gonna have to scrape that barrel. Anyways, I hope it was at least a little bit entertaining, and see you in like half an hour or something, if you wish to watch Bandlord, that is. Would be happy to see anyone show up, but depends on what you want. I hope I'll feel well. For now it's fine, you'll see how it is later in the day. Let's raid someone, if there is anyone out there. And you can get some extra salt from it. Myung is playing Prison Architect. Myung is, I think, Korean female streamer. She's known to watch Season 3. She likes to play Season 3 and she likes to watch Blubber or me from time to time. So let's give her a visit. See you, bye.